Hi everyone, it's Juliet here with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make these little stud earrings that are really cute. They are beaded on the back, as you can see here, and they have a post. And you can also use them if you don't want just stud earrings. You could add a loop on and you could attach it on to a bigger earring. I'm not doing this bit, I'm just doing the stud earring in this video. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will go over the materials you're going to need. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to need some 15Os and some 11O seed beads, just round I'm using. You're going to need some more 11O seed beads, so color A and color B. You're going to need some fire polished crystals. These are 4mm by 3mm. And you're going to need some flat ear studs. These have a 6mm base. And you're going to need some glue. I'm using E6000. I like to buy these little tubes because that way, you know, if it dries up, you can just throw it away and use another tube, rather than opening like a really big tube and then you never finish it before it kind of goes off. So I buy the little tubes, and I can get like a pack of 4, so it's just more cost effective because I really don't use very much glue. This is actually just to help us hold the earring in place. And you're going to need your beading needle, obviously. I'm using some Fireline 6-pound in crystal. Normally with these color beads I would use black, but it makes these fire polished, because you can see through them, it makes them very dark. So I'm using white just so it doesn't, just to kind of pump the color up a little. You really can't see the thread. And I've got about 2 feet of Fireline, hoping that's enough. So leave about a 4-inch tail, put your finger there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a fire polished, a seed bead. That's an 11O of color A. Fire polish, seed bead, fire polish, seed bead, fire polished, seed bead. So we've done it 4 times. Push it all down, and we're going to sew through the very first fire polish that we put on to form a ring. So you've got that. Okay, then I'm going to work in this direction, I think, going around that way. So you're going to pick up 2 of your color B, which are galvanized silver that I'm using. These are like gunmetal color. So 2 of your color B, 1 15O, and 2 more color B. Okay, so you've got that. I'm coming out this end of this fire polish, I'm going into the other end of this fire polish, just like, oops, hang on, I dropped it. It's really hard when you're working such a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to carry through the next 11O and the next fire polished. Now I'm going to pick up 2 of my color B, 1 15O, and only 1 color B this time. And I'm going to go through the last color B right here, not the 11O that's in between the fire polish. So just this color B, and then into the fire polished. It's going to start pulling them all up. Then we're going to carry forward through the 11O and the next fire polish. Sorry, I keep dropping it. Okay. And then we're going to repeat that again. Oh my goodness, this is very difficult to hold on to. So we're going to pick up 2 of our 11 O's, 1 of our 15 O's, and 1 11 O. We're going to go through the last 11 O of the last group and then the fire polish. So not the 11 O in between. Skip the 11 O in between. And pull, and then carry forward through the next 11 O and the next fire polished. Now here it's a little bit different because it's our last one, so we're going to go up through the first 11 O of this bridge that we've made. And then we're going to pick up only 1 11 O, 1 15, and 1 11. And then we are going to go down the last 11 O here and into the fire polished. And then for the sake of being accurate, we're going to go through the next 11 O and the next fire polish to carry around, just to help our tension remain even all the way around the piece. Then we're going to go up the silver, the 2 11 O's, and the 15 O. So you're coming out from the 15 O in the middle. We're going to pick up another 15 O, and we're going to go into the next 15 O. And you're going to pull that nice and tight so there's no thread showing. Then you're going to pick up another 15 O. You're going to go into the next 15 O. And again, pull it nice and tight. Go into the next, pick up another 15 O and go into the next 15 O. Pull it nice and tight. And last one, pick up 15 O and go into the first 15 O there and pull it nice and tight. And it should form a little diamond shape, just like that. So then you're going to go into the next 15 O, which is the one between the 2 points of the diamond. And we're going to skip the point, we're going to go into the next 15 O. So we're just tightening up the middle 15 O's at the moment. And you're going to pull that. So we're just tightening the whole thing together. Go into the next middle 15 O and pull that. And the next 15 O in the middle. And pull that. And one more time just to close that gap. The next 15 O in the middle. And close that. Okay. So now you're going to go into the 15 O on the end of the diamond. And down your 2 silver 11 O's or whatever color you're using. And into the fire polished. Okay, so my tail is right here. So I'm just going to carry on through the next seed bead. And I am going to tie my working thread at my tail, and then I'll get rid of my tail. So I'm going to go right over left. Left over right. I'm going to unthread my working thread and thread my tail. had a little bump on it. There we go. Okay. And it looks like it naturally wants to go this direction, so I'm going to go through the seed bead and through the fire polished. And then I'm just going to cut that off so it's not in the way. Okay, so leave your working thread on because we're going to need that to attach our stud on. And so you have the front of your little stud. So you need to make another one, and then we're going to do some gluing, okay? So once you've got both of them, because there's no point in doing one, then gluing one, then doing the other, then gluing the other. Once you've got both of your studs, turn them over. And this is really just to help hold the thing in place while we're working. It's not necessary to hold the earring together. It's just to kind of help stabilize the whole thing. So get your earring nice and square. All right, so all I do is I undo the glue. I'm just gonna put a little bit. Oh, that's quite a big bit, but that's fine. Just blob it on there. Actually, I'm going to put some of that because I did get a lot onto this one. Push them, there we go. And really focus on the edges because that's where you're going to be touching the ear stud. Okay, and then we're just going to sit it as carefully as we can right in the middle. And just take your time to get it as centered as possible. I think that's good. And that one's actually pretty good. I might move it. Okay, so we're going to leave that and let that dry for, I don't know, an hour at least. And then we'll come back and we will do the back. So I will see you all shortly. Okay, so I waited for my glue to dry and I came back and I've done the first back, so just so you can see what it looks like. And there's the earring from the front. When I was doing it, excuse me, my the thing came off, so I obviously didn't let the glue dry long enough. It doesn't matter though, because like I said before, the glue is not actually what's holding the earring on, it's the beadwork that holds it on. So if it does come undone, it's really just to help you hold it in place. So don't panic if it does come undone. So I'll show you how to do the back. It's very similar to the front, but there's one extra little step. So I will just thread my working tail. Okay, so when we finished, we had tied a knot right here and pulled through our end. So you can go either direction. I like working in a counterclockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So I am going to continue working in this direction. So go on through the fire polished bead. Hang on, let me just pull. I've got a really super duper long thread on here because it was the end of the reel. And I just thought, well, I'll just use that and then whatever I cut off is, okay. So I'm coming out from the fire polished. So on the back, I just want it all to be one color. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did on the front, except we're going to use color A for our 11 O's instead of color B. So we're going to pick up 2 11 O's, 1 15 O, and 2 11 O's. And we're going to go through the fire polished from the other side that we're coming out of. Okay, and then we're going to carry forward through the 11O and the next fire polish bead. I'm trying to be careful so this doesn't pop off. If it does, it's not a problem. Like I said, I did the last one with it. It popped off. Okay, so we're picking up 2 11Os, 1 15O, and 1 11O. And then we go down through the last bead on the bridge we just made. And then we skip this 11O here, we just go through the fire polished. And into the next 11O and the next fire polish. And we again pick up 2 11Os, 1 15O, and 1 11O. And we go down through the last 11O on that bridge that we just made, through the fire polish, pulling as we go, through the next 11O between the 2 fire polished and out the fire polish. Okay, and then on the last round, we go up through the first bead on this bridge here. So I'm not coming out of the 11O, I'm coming out from the fire polish. I go up this 11O here on that bridge and kind of tug it so it pulls in. Gonna pick up 1 11O, 1 15O, and 1 11O. And we're going to go down through the last 11O of this bridge. And just pull that through the fire polish. Okay. Just snug that up. Okay, so now we're going to go up the 11O on the next bridge and up both those 11Os and through the 15O. Okay, so we're coming out the 15O. We're going to pick up 1 15O and go into the next 15O. On the next bridge. And we're going to just pull that nice and tight. And then we're going to pick up another 15O, go into the 15O on the next bridge. And pull it nice and tight. Go into the 15O on the next bridge. After you've picked up a 15O, that is. And pick up one more 15O. Go into the 15O on this middle section here. You've got to make sure your thread doesn't loop around your earring post while you're doing this, so just be cautious. Okay, and when you pull it nice and tight, it should snug right up around that earring post, as you can see there. So then you're going to go into the middle 15-0 between the 2 points, just like we did on the front half. We're going to go into each middle one and just pull those middles together. So, and again, make sure that your thread does not loop around your earring. So I'm just going into each one and just giving it an extra little tug, just to snug it right up against the earring post. One more. Okay. So that is now all nice and snug, but what I like to do on this back bit, I don't like, I want to make a slightly flatter area. So I'm going to see where these beads are facing sideways instead of flat. We're going to cover those up. So we're going to go through the next 15-0 at the corner and the next 11-0. And we're going to grab a 15-0 and we're going to go through the next 2 11-0s. So we're going to skip the 15 at the point. So we're going through the 11 and the next 11. And see, that just covers that hole up and kind of makes a little square on the back. So again, just through the 2 11s, skipping the 15. It just finishes it off really nicely. Through the 2 11s. And last one through the 2 11s. My tail's got wrapped around itself. Well, this is weird and something that doesn't usually happen to me. I have no idea how I've managed to do this. On the very last bead as well. Usually stuff like this doesn't happen with Fireline, but okay, there we go. All right, so there you go. That is the back. Now, if you wanted to stop here, you can. That's fine. And then you'll have your little stud earrings, which are super cute. All you need to do is put a back on them. So they're quite round looking. What I'm going to do is I am going to be using these as the top of another earring. So I'm actually going to put a little loop on the side, and I am going to attach it onto this like this. And this earring, I'm going to put a tutorial for the entire earring in my Etsy shop. I will put a link in the comment section if you're interested in learning how to make that earring. So I'm going to have a little loop here, and then there'll be a jump ring that attaches that bit so it's nice and swingy. But yeah, you can just use it as a little stud by itself if you want, or like I say, put a couple beads here and use it to hang something. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.